Good morning, students. I hope you are all well. Before continuing with today's lecture, before continuing with the exercise 10.3, question number 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15, I want to reintroduce you to something that we have learned in 7th class. In 7th class, we learned about something called congruency of two triangles. We learned something about congruencies of two triangles. For two triangles which were exactly same, means all their corresponding sides were equal or their corresponding angles were equal. So for these two triangles, triangle ABC and triangle PQR were said to be congruent. This is what we learned in 7th class. Okay. Now, question number 11 to 15 are not that important. Okay. You do not give priority to those, and I believe that they are not important from examination point of view as well. Okay. Because all of these questions are proof type questions and quite lengthy, seriously. Okay. So we just revise them for the sake of the course. Okay. Congruency of two triangle is if these two triangles are said to be congruent, then their corresponding sides are equal. That means AB length and PQ length are equal. AB, PQ. BC length and QR length are equal. This is BC, this is QR. And lastly, AC and PR are also equal. Also, their corresponding angles, angle A and angle P are equal, angle B and angle Q are equal, and finally angle C and angle R are also equal. So if such a thing happens, all these 6 pair of things are equal, 3 pair of sides and 3 pair of angles are equal, then in that case, triangles are called congruent triangle. Students, in 7th class, we also learned about the criteria for congruency. In 7th class, we also learned about the criteria of congruency. We have 4 type of congruencies. That was side congruency, side angle side congruency, angle side angle congruency, and right angle hypotenuse side congruency. We have learned about these 4 types of congruency also in 7th class chapter triangle. Okay, we are going to use all of these congruencies in the coming questions. Okay, using this congruency we are going to do some proofs. We are going to through all these practice because as you might know or you might not know, in 9th class there is again a chapter called triangle in which you are reintroduced with the congruency. Okay, so if you do not do this year, then doing the congruency next year will be very difficult for you. That is why we are going through this course. Okay, we are going through this 6 questions, 6 questions. Once again, these are not important from examination point of view. Okay, from examination point of view, the definition of congruency can be asked to you, but these 5 questions will not be there. And all of these 5 questions are to be done in your homework copy as well. So let us start with. As we move on with the question, I will explain the congruency to you one by one. Okay. If you encounter any problem in the congruency, please say so that I can rectify that. So we will start with question number 11. Question number 11 is diagonals of a parallelogram ABCD. Diagonals of a parallelogram, this is short form of parallelogram, ABCD, intersect at O, AL and CM are drawn perpendicular to BD, AL and CM are drawn perpendicular to BD, AL and CM are drawn perpendicular to BD such that L and M such that L and M lie on BD. We have to check whether is AL and CM are equal. Okay, first of all, let me draw the diagram for you so that we can get an understanding of what the question is asking of us. This is a parallelogram, and this parallelogram is ABCD. A, B, C and D. This parallelogram is ABCD and it has two diagonals. One diagonal is BD and another diagonal is AD. And both of these diagonals intersect at point O. This is the point of intersection of both the diagonals, point O. AL and CM are drawn perpendicular to BD. AL, I have to draw an AL perpendicular to BD. So this will be, this is AL, this is CM, perpendicular to BD. Both of these lines are perpendicular to BD. That means this angle is 90 degree as well as this angle is 90 degree. And we have to prove that AL and CM are equal. We have to tell whether AL and CM are equal. Okay. So for its solution, first of all, in triangle ALO and triangle CMO, or you can take another triangles as well, other group of triangle. This side is equal, this angle is equal, this angle and this angle is equal. Okay, we will take these two triangles only. In these two triangles, first of all, angle ALO is equals to angle CMO is equals to 90 degree. Why? Because we can see that these are perpendiculars, because we are given that AL is perpendicular to BD and this is the sign of perpendicular. This sign like this, it is the sign of perpendicular. AL is perpendicular to BD and CM is also perpendicular to BD, which is given to us in the question. Secondly, angle AOL and angle COM are vertically opposite angles. Angles just opposite to each other at a certain point are called vertically opposite angles. You might have learned in your earlier classes. And vertically opposite angles are equal. And lastly, this AO and OC are also equal. AO and OC are equal. Why are these two equal? Because diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other. So the congruency used here is AAS congruency, that is angle side congruency. By AAS congruency, both the triangles are congruent. Triangle ALO is congruent to triangle CMO, and hence, since both the triangles are congruent, their corresponding sides are equal. AL and CM are equal. Okay. I know it is a bit complicated at the start. It is a bit lengthy. There are lots of things that you have to remember from your 7th class. But try to do it two times and you will get the gist of it. All the 5 questions are in the same manner. So let us continue. Next is question number 12. Question number 12 is, ABCD is a kite. We already discussed what a kite is in one of the videos earlier. ABCD is a kite. And answer the following. We just need to answer the following. Okay, we don't need to prove that, but all of the question is not asking any of the reasons. Even so, I'm going to mention some reason, and I hope that you note those reasons. Okay, so this type of question is not a part of proof, but part of whether yes and no. This type of yes and no question can come to your exam. Okay, the proof that we did earlier of question number 12, that kind of question will not come in your exam, but yes or no type questions can come to your exam. So let me draw the diagram of this kite. Once again, if you have any query regarding what is coming, what is not, kindly contact me with clear questions. Okay, some of you do contact me with your questions, queries, and unfortunately I'm unable to understand your English language, frankly. Be clear what you are asking whenever you are asking any query. This is A, this is D, here is P, this is B, and this is C. Okay, now for every part there is 1, 2, A, B, C, D, E, F. There are total 6 parts. For every part we will write down yes and no, and along with it the reason for that. Okay, the reason is as important as yes and no. First is, and one more thing students, I have already told you throughout this exercise, whenever possible draw the diagram in your homework copy. Question is AB and AD are equal? AB length and AD length are equal? The answer is yes. Why? Because adjacent pair of sides of a kite are equal. Length AB and AB and AD will be equal. DC and BC will also be equal. Yes, because adjacent sides of kite are equal. Okay, now second part, this is B, that was A, is DC equals to BC? Once again, yes. Why so? Same reason. You have to write down same reason here. Okay, moving on, C part. Is triangle ADC congruent to triangle ABC? Triangle ADC and ABC congruent. Triangle ADC is this above triangle, triangle ABC is this below triangle. These two are congruent, although they are yes, and the reason being all the 3 pair of corresponding sides are equal. That is, AD and AB are equal. This is DC and BC are equal. Secondly, lastly, AC is a common side. Okay, reason for above two have been mentioned earlier. So AC is a common side, so you have SSS congruency. Okay, SSS is side congruency. Okay. Let us take next. Next is we have done with this. Okay. Space is done. Next is D. Next part is D. Is M. This M means minor. Minor means chota wala. Angle DAP is equals to M angle BAP. We are asked that angle DAP, this is this angle, and angle BAP, this is this angle, are both equal or not? Yes, they are equal. Why? Because triangles ADP, ADC and triangle ABC are both congruent. Okay. Similarly, for E part, same with the angle E and F. Both are yes and both have the same reason because triangles are congruent. Okay. Once again, writing down these reasons, you will be able to clearly understand what the question is asking you at the later time also. Okay. If you don't write down proper reason, there will be some trouble when you revise these questions. Okay, moving on. Next is question number 13. Question number 13 is, let's see what is question number 13. A quadrilateral is in the form of a kite. Once again, a question for kite. A quadrilateral is in the form of a kite whose parameter is 32 centimeter whose parameter is 32 centimeter. If one of its sides is 6 centimeter, if one of its sides is 6 centimeter, find the length of other two sides. Then find the length of other two sides. Okay. So let us make the diagram to make the thing clear, make the question clear. We have a kite type of quadrilateral. So this is kite type of quadrilateral. The quadrilateral is in the form of a kite whose parameter is 32 centimeter. Let us name it A, B, C and D. Its parameter is 32 centimeter. That means AB plus AD plus BC plus DC is all equal to 32 centimeter. Okay, as you already know, adjacent sides of the kite are equal. That means these two sides are X and these two sides are Y. Okay, that means X plus Y is equals to 32 centimeter. On simplifying it, you will get twice of X plus twice of Y as 32 centimeter, and taking 2 as common, X plus Y into 2 is equals to 32. Dividing whole equation by 2, X plus Y, value of X plus Y will be 16 centimeter. Okay. So no problems till now. Adjacent sides were equal, so we let two sides be X, two sides be Y. On the basis of that, we get X plus Y as 16 centimeter. We have done this type of question, okay? So there is nothing new here. Now moving on, we have reading further on the question. If one of its sides is 6 centimeter, find the length of other two sides. Okay. If one of its sides is 6 centimeter, okay, we are given that one of its sides is 6 centimeter. Let X as 6 centimeter. So then we can find out the value of Y. 6 plus Y is equals to 16. Y is equals to 10 centimeter. Okay. One of its side is given as 6 centimeter. We can easily determine the other side as 10 centimeter. Okay. That means here AD and AB are both equal to 6 centimeter. Secondly, length DC and BC are both equal to 10 centimeter. If we all these sides, we will get 32 centimeter as the parameter of this quadrilateral. Easy. Next is question number 14. Question number 14 is, in the given figure, PQRS is a parallelogram. I will draw the figure shortly. PQRS is a parallelogram. RT and QT are bisectors of angle Q and angle R. RT and QT are bisectors of, by bisectors these mean angle bisectors. What are angle bisectors? They divide the angle into two equal parts. Angle R and angle Q respectively. Meeting at T. Find the measure of angle T. Find the measure of angle T. This is the figure. And then we have angle bisectors. This is one angle bisector, this is another angle bisector, and the name are P, Q, R, S and T. Okay, we have to find the measure of angle T. We have to determine the value of this angle. Okay, now see, we will use one of the properties of parallelogram. We know that sum of adjacent angles of a parallelogram is 180 degree. Adjacent angles of parallelogram are supplementary. Adjacent angles of parallelogram are supplementary. That means angle R plus angle Q will both be equal to 180 degree. Okay. Next, what I am going to do is I am going to divide this equation by 2. On dividing, above equation by 2, we get half of angle R plus half of angle Q as half of 180 degree. We simplify it and we get half of angle R plus half of angle Q as 90 degree. Okay, so now this angle is nothing but half of angle R, because angle R being bisected. This angle is nothing but half of angle Q. Now in triangle PQT, in this triangle sum of all angles is 180 degree. By angle sum property, sum of all angles is half of angle R plus half of angle Q plus angle T. They all sum will be 180 degree. Okay, their all sum be 180 degree. This was the above question. No need to bother with it. Okay, so we know that angle R plus angle Q was already 90 degree. So it will be 90 degree plus angle T is equals to 180 degree. So value of angle T here will be 90 degree. Okay. The value of this angle T here is 90 degree. Let us quickly complete question number 15 now. Question number 15, again we have to do we have to give reasons for some of these. I will not write the question because it takes lots of time. I will just draw the diagram this time. This is the last question of the exercise. We have a parallelogram ABCD which have its two diagonals. This is diagonal 1, this is diagonal 2. And we have a line passing through intersection of both of these diagonals. This is A, B, C and D. This line is RS. Okay, there are 5 parts given and one by one I will discuss this and provide you with the reason. A part is, see, ABCD is a parallelogram. There are two diagonals and a line segment RS is passing from the point of intersection of both of these points. This point is O. First of all, we have to give reason that OB and OD are equal. OB is this length, OD is this length. Okay, in the diagram you can clearly see OB and OD. So why are they both equal? Because diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other. Diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other. That is why these both are equal. Okay. Let us go with B part. B part is angle OBS and angle ODR are both equal. Angle OBS and angle ODR are both equal. Why so? We are talking about these two angles. See, AD line and BC line are parallel. So their alternate interior angles are equal. These are pair of alternate interior angles. That is why they are both equal. Then C part, C is angle BOS, angle DOR. Angle BOS and angle DOR are both equal. Angle BOS is this one. Angle DOR is this one. Both are equal because they are vertically opposite angles. These are vertically opposite angles. Then we have a D part. D part is, we have to show that triangle BOS is congruent to triangle DOR. See, in both of these triangles, we have one side as equal, two pair of angles are equal. Why are these two congruent? By ASA. Two angles and one side. ASA congruency. Both of these triangles are equal. Both of these triangles are congruent. And lastly, E part. E part is OR and OS are equal. Why? Because corresponding parts of congruent triangle are equal. क्योंकि ये दोनों triangle बराबर हैं, तो इनके बाकी की sides भी बराबर होंगी. You can just write by CPCT. CPCT is corresponding parts of congruent triangle. Okay. Now this chapter is complete. Next two exercises will not be in your course. Okay, because of the reduction of 30% in your course. Next we will do chapter statistics. Okay, so we will start with that chapter from tomorrow onwards. Thank you for your time. Have a nice day.